670 days on the lot. This is how long this Jeep Wagoneer or Grand Wagoneer has been on the lot, and no one is buying it. And within 2 months, this is going to be on the lot for 2 years. It's going to have its second birthday. And the reason why no one is buying, it's pretty obvious. MSRP at $120,000, and now they've reduced it by $25,000, which means it's at about $95,000 now. But make no mistake about it, once you include all the registration, addendum stickers, and all the other fees, and that's not even taking into account the interest that you'd have to pay if you're taking out a loan, this is going to be well over $100,000. And this is the reason why these type of vehicles don't sell. It's basically plastic junk. It's trying to project luxury when in reality, it's just a cheap attempt by Jeep and its previous owners to take advantage of consumers during the pandemic times. And they thought that that gravy train was going to continue indefinitely, but unfortunately for them, it hasn't. And now they're paying deeply for it because they have these overpriced plastic pieces of junk. And the quality on these, from what I've been hearing, has been truly atrocious, especially for the price tag that they're trying to get from the consumer. Now, the thing is, Jeep had this Grand Wagoneer, it had the regular Wagoneer, it had the electric Wagoneer S series, I believe that's what it was called, and no one asked for any of those because the original Wagoneers, to my understanding, were not meant to be luxury when they were initially produced. And these Wagoneers right here, the only thing that they have in common with the previous ones is just a name. So this is just an attempt by Stellantis to basically cash out on that name and to try to take advantage of consumers by getting them to overpay for something that they think is luxury, but in reality, it's just plastic junk. And even if it was luxury, when you compare it to a lot of other vehicles, brands that are luxury, BMWs, Lexus, those types of vehicles, it just doesn't hold up. Now, the thing is, Stellantis is in a lot of trouble. They are cutting production. They've actually already cut production. They were planning to cut production last year by 100,000 units, and I think they've achieved that goal. The fundamental problem is they still have a lot of unsold vehicles. And if you look over here at this Cox Automotive graph, I know it's from July, but it kind of gives you an idea of where Stellantis is at as far as inventory is concerned. And if you look at it, Jeep 104 days, Dodge 107 days, and then Ram at 121 days. I believe the actual average is at about 73. So they're over 30 above the actual average. And when you compare them to brands like Ford, and Ford, we've talked about this, they have a ton of excess inventory. They have a ton of previous year inventory. And even they're at 96. So the fact that, Jeep has been doing all these price cuts, all this inventory cuts, and they're still well above average, well over the average of 73 in terms of day supply, has to be concerning for the people over at Stellantis. And I think eventually they're going to have more financial problems going down the line because when the sales numbers for this year come out, and I think, it's going to be bad. It's just a matter of how bad, because I don't think they're expecting great sales numbers. But if they go well below whatever low expectations they had, that could completely tank the stock. And I think eventually just force the company to basically sell these brands out, maybe to one single company or sell them out individually. But I don't know how long Stellantis can really survive at this current rate because they just can't sell. Their product isn't quality. Their prices, even when heavily discounted, aren't that competitive, and no one wants to buy their crap. And the thing is, according to their own reports, revenue and profits are down in Stellantis. Sales are also down. They're slashing MSRPs on their models and giving all sorts of discounts, but it's not really getting them out of the red so far. And with Stellantis, this has been going on for some time now. And to be quite frank, and I've said this before, but I think the consumer is broke. You can slash prices all you want, and Stellantis has been doing that, but it at best is going to get them back to normal levels of sales. It hasn't really moved the needle in terms of getting them out from this rut. And the problem is the whole car market is in a rut. Stellantis is just playing catch up at this point. They're now trying to bring back the Hemi engine. They're also trying to ease off on the whole EV nonsense with the Wagoneers and the Hornets. But so far, it's not turning the tide. But let me know what you guys think of all of this. What are you seeing in your local dealerships? Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, if you enjoyed this, make sure to click like and subscribe. See you in the next one.